Brilliant. Well, I don't know if you remember Nick and Roger's speeches earlier, but I'd just like to thank them for their kind words, and especially on behalf of the bridesmaids for their heartfelt words about them. They all look amazing today. If they're still here, they haven't given up on me. And Therese, you look stunning as well. But Nick's speech was the present quiz, so if there's anyone here feeling nervous, apprehensive, maybe a bit queasy about what lies immediately ahead, you've probably just got married to Nicholas James. But a big thanks to Nick for choosing me to be one of his best men today. It's a huge honour to be stood here on the best day of Nick's life, Therese's words. Especially as you have such a lot of good close friends, and some have even turned up today, which is nice. So some of you may have wondered why, what made Nick and Therese choose the 22nd of December for their big day. Well, I'll let you into a secret. Nick had heard that it was meant to be the end of the world yesterday. He was hoping to get away without my dinner tonight. Sorry about that, mate. So some facts, if you will, about the 22nd of December. In Indonesia, it's Mother's Day. It's National Mathematics Day in India. Famous wedding anniversaries include Madonna and Guy Ritchie. But maybe on a happier note, Elton John and David Furnish. That may have actually been the 21st, the internet wasn't sure. So. It's also nearly Christmas, so it's a nice time to have a wedding. And with Christmas hitting our wallets hard, and with the country deep in recession, I think it's really nice that two very much in love and very generous HSBC employees have managed to lavish such a lovely day on us. So a quick toast, if you will, to HSBC. So now I turn my attention to Nicholas Paul James. Vigorous James, Big Bear, Pebbles to some, Cheeky James at hotmail.com, and most lately, Cheeky Stag. But more about that later. So Nick was born in 1976 to doting parents, Diane and Paul. That's the arm movement. I'm told Nick had his first pint when he was about this age. It was a pint of orange juice. It was initially half a pint, but having downed it in one, he apparently slammed the glass down on the table and immediately demanded another. Nothing's changed, especially as he didn't quite make it home before wetting himself. In Paul's, Nick's dad's words, he was no trouble at all as a kid, so I didn't get much material there. But I do have these. The scene here is wedding Carl. As a young boy, Nick developed a love of all things football, especially university, as was mentioned before. Seen here in the classic Crown Paint strip. What's this? Also in a Coventry City scar. Allegiances there then. So he attended St Nicholas Primary School and middle school. Seen in this picture after a few drinks the other week. And then he later moved on to Kenilworth School, where I entered his life. That's Nick at the back, by the way. There's Sam Peach on there as well. So we found a mutual love of playing football at break times, with Richard Farr's seemingly endless supply of tennis balls, which was useful as most of Nick's shots ended up on the roof of his school, never to be retrieved. We were always in the same group of mates. It wasn't until later in school and college years that we truly bonded, largely over guitar-based indie music. That's when Nick grew his hair. I shouldn't take Nicky too much, as most of us had go at the same time. But not long after this photo was taken, the group of mates fragmented, moving from Kenilworth to England to do jobs. Much to my dismay, Nick followed me to the northeast of England. I was in Newcastle and he was at Middlesbrough Uni.
Yay!
He was nearly developed a bit of a reputation as a ladies' man.
Don't remember that.
You can see there, he's starting to form the... starting to form the veranda over the toy shop there. During this reputation as a ladies' man, once we are told, we took 3 different girls on dates, each one to the cinema, and each to see the same film. Notting Hill at all movies. But I guess if it works. I remember Nick visiting me in Newcastle one night. He jumped into his old maroon Vauxhall Nova and linked up the A1 on petrol fumes, probably looking a bit like that. We went for a few drinks and a Chinese, which Nick insisted on paying for. And it was such a good night that I decided to keep the receipt as a memento. And I still have it.
How much does that say?
That is your signature, everyone. That was Nick's signature. And it was here that Nick coined the phrase, "You've got to make the effort." And that's a mantra he stands by to this day. And something people who all know him will say he always does. It was only later I found out that Nick didn't have the money to pay for that Chinese. He borrowed some money off my housemate earlier and given him a cheque in return. A cheque that later bounced long after Nick had left town. So little did we know then that he would enter the world of banking. It was whilst back in the Midlands after uni that Nick eventually ended up working for HSBC. And alongside him, as he mentioned before, is someone a bit more special than those Middlesbrough Notting Hill girls. Cherise tells me their first date was spent snogging at the back of the cinema. So, some habits die harder. I remember meeting Cherise in the early days, and she was dressed as a Coventry chav. Something told me they'd be perfect for each other. Although for some reason she had a bowl of fruit on her head. So imagine my dismay that a few years after I'd moved to Southampton, that both Nick and Cherise followed me down to apparently for work purposes, but have you really married the right person to it? However, hang on, somebody bit. It was during their 2 years on the south coast that I really got to see what a great couple they are.
What are we doing for time, mate?
They're both such kind, generous and welcoming people and truly, truly happy together. I also know that with a new arrival due early next year, they'll make amazing parents. So now you are husband and wife. I thought I'd present, largely for Cherise's benefit, but also for our amusement, a quick summary of Nick via the medium of photo. So Nick is strong. He's very friendly. Always polite. Oh no, sorry, a bit mysterious. He's a bit deluded. And sometimes a bit camp. But he's passionate. He's intelligent. He's polite. But camp. Let's give him his dues. He's occasionally cool. He is excitable. He likes to drink. Camp again. But he's a proud man. And extremely special. But camp. This is my favourite. And yes, the stag knight. He likes to dance and he's a bit of an animal. So if you can cope with that, and I know you do, on a daily basis. I know you'll be really, really happy together. There were a couple of messages we've got to read out. So I use some more technology here. So we've got some very minor celebrities who tweeted you today. Thanks to Becky. We've got, from a band that I know you're fans of, The Delays, Aaron Gilbert says, best day ever in love. From another band, The Blue Tones, Adam Devlin has said, Nick and Cherise on your good day, your big very wet day. Norman Blake from Teenage Fan Club has been in touch, and he said, congratulations on your wedding, Nick and Cherise, wishing you many happy returns and many happy years together. And then, I don't know, some of you may remember Simon Parkin from the Broom Cupboard days. He said, Nick and Cherise, nice name. Where was my invitation? So that's it from me. So, ladies and gentlemen, would you please be upstanding in a toast to love, laughter, and a happy ever after, to Mr. and Mrs. James.
Woo!
That's great.
Is that it?
That's it.
Hey!